3 tips on how to evaluate employees coming up.
Hi, I'm JB with Marketing 360, and we help small businesses grow with our marketing and design, talent, and technology through our #1 marketing platform, Marketing 360. We call marketing and design MAD, and we love MAD. And hopefully these videos will help you fall in love with MAD too. So make sure to follow us to learn tips, tricks, and strategies to grow your business and fuel your brand.
So when it comes to evaluating employees, there's 3 main tips: evaluating based on attitude, effort, and performance. Let's break those down. Tip number 1 is evaluate based on attitude. Attitude is so crucial because it's the essence of your culture. You're going to want to have positive-minded people in your company to have the right culture to overcome problems and obstacles. So it's very essential that everybody has a positive, strong attitude. If you identify somebody as having a weak attitude, even if their effort level and their performance levels are high, what it's going to do is it's going to pull down your culture. And what's going to happen is, even though they're driving benefits possibly with regards to performance and effort, the net is a negative in terms of the margin because they're pulling other people down in your company because of the negative attitude. And so when you identify somebody with a negative attitude, confront them, be clear and honest about it, and basically ask them to change it immediately. You want to be very short-suffering. If somebody has a poor attitude, you're going to want to see immediate correction or it's going to be a problem. Tip number 2 is effort. You want to analyze based on effort. How is somebody's effort level in comparison to those around them? Do they seem focused? Do they stay dedicated to their task all day? Do they arrive on time? Do they leave on time? Do they show up to meetings on time? Is the effort level there? If you have somebody with strong effort but a weak attitude, that's a problem. But at least the effort's good and you can focus on the attitude. If you have somebody with strong effort and a weak performance, again, we need to focus on where are we spending our time. The effort's there, but you're not seeing the results, so coaching needs to occur on the performance side. If somebody has a really strong attitude and a really strong effort, but a low performance, this person has potential for greatness. You just need to invest in them so their performance gets where it needs to be. So focus on effort, because they may have a good attitude, but their effort is low, and the good attitude is nice for a while, but what happens is if their effort level is poor, it's going to start to pull people around them down. They're going to become frustrated that this other person isn't investing as much of their focus and effort into the company just like they are, and that's ultimately going to knock down your culture even if they do have a good attitude. Tip 3 is to analyze based on performance. This is the obvious one. Are they generating results? Are they getting the job done to the highest level of satisfaction that you're looking for? If so, great. What you're going to want to look out for here, though, is even if they have a strong performance, but their attitude or effort is weak, it's going to be a net loss for the company, because even though they're driving results personally, the negative attitude and the lack of effort is going to pull down those around them, and the net is going to be a loss for the company in terms of the diminishing returns on the culture. And so you're going to want to have somebody that focuses on performing well, but also carries an acceptable attitude and effort level in order to generate that performance as well. So let's wrap this all together and kind of talk about how this all works as a whole. When you talk to employees on employee evaluations, really assess their attitude, their effort, and their performance. If their performance is very good and their attitude and effort is pretty good, this is a really strong employee. This is somebody that you want to keep for a long time. If you have somebody that has a really strong attitude and effort but poor performance, you're going to want to be long-suffering with this individual because they have potential for greatness. They have potential to be great for your culture, but also your bottom line. So you're going to want to really invest the time needed to get their performance where it needs to be, because their attitude and effort is there. All you have is just one piece left, and that's the performance piece. So keep coaching them for as long as you can to get them where they need to be. Oftentimes with this, if you're not seeing the results after investing the coaching and it's just not happening, they may be a better fit in a different position. Ultimately, you want to keep people with a strong attitude and effort in your organization. They're a great piece of your culture, and they can be successful if they're put in the correct position. And so think about that. Lastly, if you have somebody with great performance, but their attitude or effort is weak, you want to be very short-suffering there. Even though they're performing well, you want to basically call them to the table to increase their level of performance with regards to attitude and effort. Since these individuals understand performance, help them understand that those metrics also play a part in their performance so that they can focus on improving their attitude and their effort. When you bring somebody into your company that's new, talk about the attitude, effort, and performance that you're looking for. Explain to them if their attitude and effort is strong, you'll keep coaching into them for performance. And explain to them that even if they grab things on real quick and perform well, if their attitude and effort is weak, it may not be a good fit either. This sets good expectations up front and allows for these talking points in employee reviews from that point forward. Awesome, so thanks for watching. Hopefully these 3 tips will help you with future employee evaluations and also setting the right expectations up front. Just always when you come into employee evaluations, speak to somebody's attitude, their effort, and their performance. Be honest, be clear and concise with them. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell them the areas that they can improve so that they have the information they need to go out and better themselves every day. Ultimately, they'll be more happy, and also the company will be more successful, and the culture will be stronger, and the bottom line will also be stronger. Take these tips back to the fort. If you like the video, share it with your friends. If you have other comments you think would be powerful information for others to know watching this video with regards to employee evaluations, please leave it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And if there's other ideas you want to hear about in the future, things you'd like us to cover, leave those ideas in the comments. We love that information. Thanks for watching. Happy marketing.